Hey guys, it's Stephen the Vegan again. I have chosen somewhere where it's really bright. I've gone into my living room. Hopefully it's a bit brighter here and the quality will be a bit better on the camera when it actually records. Today I'm going to talk about our new colour supplements. I've got them all with me now to show you. And what they are basically, they're kind of the gap that the shop was a bit lacking on. Because we used to have Be Never Too Busy to Be Beautiful, and that was our little makeup and fragrance company, and they had some really lovely things. But for those who weren't lucky enough to kind of experience Be, or for those who are worried that now they're going to run out of their kind of Be foundations and their Be tinted moisturisers, etc., Lush came up with an answer, and we brought out the colour supplements. Basically, they are a little tiny tub, this size, but you get quite a lot of use out of them. I must say I'm really impressed. You can use them in 3 different ways. So you can use them as a concealer, you can use them as a foundation if you were to use them neat, or you could mix them with your Lush moisturiser to make a tinted moisturiser. And so they're kind of multi-purpose. They're a bit different from what Be had, because Be had either foundations or tinted moisturisers, and they did have concealers as well separately. But this is supposed to be an all-in-one, so it's kind of a bit efficient, but also a bit lazy, which I really like, because I'm a bit lazy, and sometimes in the morning you're kind of rushing and you're just like, oh look, it's all in that one pot, so it's really handy. I'm not tired today, I'm fine, I'm really energetic. Sorry about yesterday, I'd had a really long day, but hopefully I can show you some of these today and kind of give you a bit of advice on them. This one video is just going to be kind of an introduction, and first of all I'm going to talk about the ingredients of the supplements. They have a base of rose petals, and we put that in a lot of sensitive skin products. Basically, rose is really good for calming down redness and soreness. It also makes the supplements very good for sensitive skin. So if you're worried that you're a bit sensitive and you're worried about putting things like makeup on your face, then these should be fine. We've got things like soya oil in there and rice bran oil. And together they're really good for things like fine lines. They're really good for plumping the skin. They're good for helping kind of defend it from damage from outside elements like pollution, the sun, junk food, anything nasty that damages your skin. It helps out with that as well in the kind of repair. It's good for making like a nice gloss on the skin. It's good for that whole like dewy complexion. And also they're just really kind of light oils. They're not too heavy, and they do sink in really quickly as like a raw ingredient. So we've put them in there to kind of help mix everything together, and also to be really beneficial to you. We've also got titanium dioxide, and that you'll find in a lot of sunscreens, anything with SPF factor. You'll find them in our SPF moisturisers, I think, and you'll find them in things like makeup. A lot of makeup has titanium dioxide in it. Basically, it's a light reflector. It kind of, in its raw form, it's a white powder that kind of looks a bit shiny, as if you were to buy an eyeshadow that is like a powder, like a matte pigment or something like that, that's kind of just white. That's exactly what it looks like. So it also is in there to kind of be that kind of light reflector. You see them people walking along the street and they've got that kind of glow, and you're like, how did they get that? It's usually because of things like titanium dioxide in makeup. Another reason why these supplements are so good is because they don't contain things like mineral oil. Mineral oil is really bad for your skin because it kind of just sits there and does nothing. It's things like petroleum, and they are byproducts of petrol. So if you imagine, if this is your skin in general, and these are the holes, essential oils, they can sink right through those little gaps in your skin, in all of your pores. But a mineral oil will sit on your skin like this, and so there's no point in any product with a mineral oil in it actually having anything good for your skin in it, because it doesn't get there. It's basically just filler. It's basically kind of just to say, oh, it's got this in it, but it's not doing you any good. And mineral oils can kind of suffocate the skin and stopping it from breathing, and that's not very nice. And basically there's no point in having a really good skincare regime when your foundation is kind of lacking and it may be damaging your skin. So that's why Lush kind of filled this void that Be left with the makeup. Also, it's something really fun that you can play around with. We've got them in 4 different colours as well. We put a little bit of talc in there again, a mineral that is in the Saving Face serum bar, and that's really good at absorbing excess oil, and it's also a bit light reflective as well. We've got glycerin in there. That's in so many of our products. It's a vegetable based glycerin. Basically it's an oil, and it kind of keeps the skin really hydrated, kind of like the toner waters. It just kind of sits there, sinks in. It's really, really nice. It kind of keeps working for about 8 hours, and we've used a new binding agent in this that we've been using in a few things lately called triethylamine, and basically that's like an egg in a cake mix, so it helps to kind of keep all the ingredients together. It's colourless, it's odourless, it's perfectly fine, and that's about it really for the ingredients. And so we have 4 different colours. We've got them in 2 different skin bases. So we've got light yellow and dark yellow. I'll show you them here. This is the light yellow. It's quite a pale one. That one will be really good if you are quite fair of face, but this is the colour that I'd use. If you're quite pale but you have a little bit of redness that you want to cover up, it's really good at cancelling that out. Whereas dark yellow, you can see the difference, it's slightly darker. This one is really good if you're probably like an olive tone skin, maybe like slightly darker, so like Asian kind of tone. Then you've got the pinks. You've got light pink and dark pink. This is the light pink. You can tell the difference between the light pink and the light yellow. I'll show you them both at the same time, because they're both quite pale, but you see, if I go really close, this one is the pink and this one is the yellow. A light pink is really good for kind of that rosy complexion, so you're a little bit, you're fairer face, but you kind of have rosy cheeks and you want to keep that warmth in your skin. So that's one that one's quite good for. And you've also got the dark pink. Now this one's quite dark. It'd probably be good for, like, again, like dark Asian skin, or you've got like Afro-Caribbean skin as well. It'd be good for that when you mix it with a tinted moisturiser. And also for people who have quite a heavy tan. If you've got a little bit of a tan, then the dark yellow would be fine. I'm going to show you them all just for like posterity on my own skin. This is a really good way to check. You can either check the colour on the inside of your wrist, or you can check on your jawline. But I'm gonna, for ease, I am going to put them on my wrist. So, that one was the light yellow. And I'll show you them all lined up, because that way it might be a bit easier for you guys to decide on what colour you might be. Then we're going to go for the light pink. There's also like nothing stopping you from mixing the two together as well. And once I've showed you this, I'm probably going to have to go because it's coming up to 10 minutes on the video. But I will go through how to use them in a separate video, so don't worry. I'm running out of fingers. I also found them in use to be quite light because I have quite oily skin. But if you're worried that your skin might not be able to take them because you naturally have quite oily skin, then you don't have to worry. They should be fine, especially as a tinted moisturiser if you mix it with something like vanishing cream, which is what I do. But there we go. Don't know if you can see that. I'll show you here. This one is the dark pink. Then you've got dark yellow here. Then I've got the light pink, and then you've got the light yellow. And you can see that light yellow kind of disappears on me, and so what you need to do is you need to find the colour that disappears on you. You need to kind of rub it in a little bit. I haven't rubbed these in, I've just left them on neat. But that is the best way to find your colour. It's even better if you do rub it on just your jaw, just like inside here. That's also a really good way, because obviously the skin here is quite similar to the skin on your face, but it's not quite the same. It usually should be a good match, but if you're brave enough, this is probably the best test, or you can just ask for a sample in store and we'll give you a little bit to try. Any questions, please let me know. Down here should be a comment box, and it's coming up to 10 minutes, so I'm probably going to go now, but I will bring out a video right now. I'm going to make the next one along about how to kind of apply them and the different ways you can use them. So take care guys, and I'll see you soon.